Welcome to Smart Business Show today. In a couple weeks, Jason Resnick and I are going to be releasing a course, doing a video webinar thing called Stop the Cycle. And it's designed to help you stop the cycle of feast and famine. It's got two main parts. First, we're going to talk about the marketing things that have worked, mainly for Jason, because he's going to lead that aspect of it, the marketing that's worked. He's done a bunch of stuff that hasn't worked for me. We'll talk about that in a second. A bunch of stuff that's worked for him. Some of the stuff that I do just has not worked for him. And the second part, which is really going to be led by me, is all around time blocking. Now today, we're going to talk about some of the things that have really worked for me and that worked for me at the beginning, and I'll even reference a few of the things that worked for Jason. But you're going to have to join that course, and there'll be a link in the show notes, on YouTube underneath in the descriptions, on the blog post. If you're viewing this there, you'll find the link to get in the course early. There's early bird pricing now. It's kind of reverse. It's going to go up on Black Friday. That week, it's going to be more expensive on Black Friday than it is now. So make sure you get in now. Now, one of the things that really worked for me when I started was that I hit 10 leads every day. It didn't matter what else had happened in my day. I went to hit 10 leads no matter what by the end of the day. I did this for probably a full year to get my business off the ground, to really work hard and make sure that I had enough leads coming through all the time. I admit some of them weren't high quality leads, but I still made 10 contacts every day. And I had Craigslist and a bunch of other things that I kind of trolled through to make sure that I had 10 solid contacts on the day. Now, I also lucked out at the beginning and got on a bunch of the, top 10 top developers lists and got mentioned a bunch because I was blogging about WordPress and other things like that. And so I got mentioned a few times and I got on the top developers list, and I'm still on the top developer list for stuff like Restrict Content Pro and Easy Digital Downloads and Affiliate WP as a recommended developer. I have continued to see a bunch of good leads through there. Now, some of them are not. Some of them are just, I have $5 and I want you to do a million things, but I keep seeing good ones. I also, through that, made relationships with a lot of the support staff at these teams, so they know me and they recommend me specifically for some projects. That's really helped me a lot, and it continues to help me run a good business and run one that's really not suffering from the feast and famine cycle, that is doing well and consistently well because I consistently have leads coming in. And I also made myself available to pretty much everyone that asked at first. So if you had a podcast and said, hey, I'd love to interview you, I said, okay. If you, for any reason whatsoever, I said, sure, I'd love to get on there. And I continued to do that at first to get my name out there and to just make my presence known more. I still do that, actually. I get less requests now. But if someone says, hey, I'm doing a WordPress development podcast, I say, sure, and I hop on. If someone says, hey, recently, I heard you said something really bad about our tool 6 years ago. Would you talk to us about it? And I said, sure, I'd love to get on and talk about this. And I continue to do that. I still a little more limited with the times I have available, times I make available for that, but I still get on. If you have a podcast you want me to be on, you want to talk about development, talk about business, talk about running shoes, I'll get on it. I'll talk to you about it. It's fun. I enjoy podcasts a lot, and I found that they're really good for my marketing, to bring in clients, to bring in leads, to bring people to know me and to know what it is that I do. And the final big thing that really helped me was saying no more, having a better vetting process, knowing that I had a certain type of client that I wanted and only that client. And I had my email, I'll be actually giving my email book away. In fact, the new revised, updated email book will be given away in our Stop the Cycle course. The full book with a few extra parts won't be out till after Christmas, but the brand new revised, what was called Effective Client Email, will be coming out with the Stop the Cycle course. You get it for free there or as part of the course there. So, but making my initial 8 questions that I ask people, stuff like, who's in charge of the project? What's the value of the project? What are we trying to aim for? How are we going to measure success? Stuff like that. Putting that in my process helped me get more leads, get better leads. So it moved me straight away from someone who just was going to do the work for you without real interaction. I was just a button pusher. It moved me into someone who was like a strategic business partner right away. And that really helped. So there's some things that helped me. Now, some things that didn't work for me. Twitter searches didn't work for me, but they did work for Jason. He's got a really interesting lead magnet and way that he worked with those. Same with Craigslist. Craigslist was okay. I had some success there. It was really just to hit my 10 leads. But Jason managed to land clients like Canon, PGA, Sony, and Adobe there. So that's awesome. It really worked for him. And again, he had a way that he really did it that was just different than mine. He was a lot more strategic with it. Now, the course is going to be live on November 3rd, and it says cheapest right now. This is, again, the Stop the Cycle course. There's going to be a replay if you want it, but you're going to miss out on the live Q&A. That's what you get. You're going to get some instruction time with Jason and me kind of hopping in where it's applicable. You're going to get Q&A, you're going to get some instruction time with me and Jason hopping in where it's applicable, because some of his stuff around time blocking, some of my stuff around time blocking just didn't work for Jason, and other things have worked for him. So we're going to get to talk back and forth through that as I go through the course. If you want to know, you'll find the link in the show notes to the Stop the Cycle course. Get on it now while it's still at its cheapest price. It's going to be more expensive for Black Friday. It's reversed. Don't get caught. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're on YouTube, give me a thumbs up. I don't like thumbs down, so don't give them to me. If you have questions, comments, I'd love to hear them. Overcast, any of your podcast player of choice, give me a heart or a star, whatever it is. Please share it. Like I said, any questions, you can shoot me an email, curtis@curtismchale.ca, or you can hit me up in the YouTube comments or in the comments in the blog post. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.